roses and whiskers and kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens.
See me there, I'm watching you from afar, boy. See you care, I'm watching from afar, and you know now what it is I'm trying to say. Time is slow, and it won't stay long. Thought I'll never. I crave your wrath, conscience of cold. Your love is my command each time you drop me off the road. My grace has stripped me to the bone. Saw the tidal wave crashing, I stayed for one last street of hope. I thought you'd always let your guard down, down, down. Thought you'd always let your guard down, 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 down. I crave your wrath, conscience of cold. I crave your wrath, conscience of cold. Thought I'll never.
Good evening and welcome to the first annual Reichenbach Royale. Tonight I am your caster, Hurricane Tim, along with,
Sharp Steven.
and we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. The Reichenbach Royale is a tournament between 4 teams, each team holding their very own Reichenbach to keep and cherish. Now, tonight's rule sets are going to be explained to you by my friend Sharp here. Sharp, can you go ahead and let us know what the rules of this fun competition is going to be?
For sure, we're having a best of 3 no ban draft pick grudge match.
Exactly. These are going to be simple games, no banning allowed, so everyone gets to be their absolute best champions. A lot of team coordination is going to go into these games, and we're just going to see a lot of fun league between a lot of good friends. And we're being really extra with the streaming because, well, we don't get to do this professionally, and we hope to one day. So, anyways, now I'm going to invite in here Gavin Genzo, a key player into making all this possible tonight, along with his friends and the rest of the Discord chat. Let me just get him in here real quick. Do, do, do. Ooh, he's not wanting to come. But anyways, like I said, we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. Each teams get their own Reichenbachs. Tonight's Reichenbachs head-to-head is going to be the Ornnstars versus the ADC Bards. The Ornnstars have John Reichenbach as their Reichenbach, and the ADC Bards have Grant Reichenbach. Oh, and here he is now. Gavin, go ahead and say hello to the folks watching at home.
Yeah, hey guys, thanks for coming out tonight. I worked really hard on this event. I appreciate everyone taking the time out to come here, especially the brothers of Beta Theta Pi. Love you guys. Let's have a good game tonight.
Thank you, Gavin. That means a lot. Anyways, pretty soon here we're going to get to the drafting phase. Sorry, there seems to be a bit of a spooky camera issue going on here, so you don't get to see me in my nice suit. But we're going to get that fixed up here real quick. But we are eventually getting into the draft pick phase. Steven, what kind of picks do you think we're going to see here tonight out of the different teams?
I mean, honestly, like Gavin's playing, right? Let me just make sure. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
he is.
Yeah. So honestly, I'm looking like obviously he's gonna go Fizz, right? Like I think if anyone's gonna try and steal something, it's gonna be his Fizz. But I think we're gonna see Gavin on the Fizz. We're gonna see Chris general stuff, either taking the Skarner or the Pantheon, maybe the Amumu.
I'm thinking the Mumu. I think you're absolutely right on that. Mumu Chris has been playing a lot of games in the jungle as these thicker jungle-like players, and especially the Amumu. Such great engage, such great team fighting potential. You can really play around. Gavin going for the back line, as well with whoever's in the bot lane, because currently we don't know what their team comp's going to look like here. I don't even know if they know what their team comp's going to look like here, to be honest. But out of Team Montana, some great players. You got Sox, like I said. You have Josh, who's kind of cracked at the game for the betas. You got the Nerf Raptors, who I think is who is that? It's Nathan, right? But anyways, you got some great players coming out of the Team Montana as well. Well, really, there are very support-oriented teams for both sides, and I think these team fights are going to be really exciting stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think the real speculation is, what do you think Aspect's going tonight?
You know, Aspect, I think he's the most versatile Reichenbach. I think he can play a lot of different roles. He plays a lot of different roles. He plays 2 distinct roles very well. I think his mid is really strong, but I think his support is even stronger. I think the big issue that he's going to have is that just picking a role that is going to function with the rest of the team very well. I think it's pretty obvious that they're going to have him kind of fill in whatever spot he needs them to fill in. But it's going to be interesting to see where they're going to put him. Where do you think some players like Grant? Where do you think he's going to go and what he might do tonight for his team tonight?
I mean, let's be honest. They are the Ornnstars.
That is true.
Like he is the star of the show. He's going Ornn top. You know.
And it's a scary thing. The Ornn top. He not only is able to initiate team fights. Really coordinate well with his other teammates, but he's also has that passive ability to upgrade other people's gear to just make that snowball grow even bigger and bigger as the game progresses. You don't want a long game with Ornn. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
but
obviously, like he could go for like a mix-up, like go support as well. I know he's good with support. I know he's good with ADC, but I think Arachnophobia is taking support for sure. He's definitely going Morg. Ida Joji in the mid lane.
I think
he's got
Morgana
something
is
going
going to
too.
be the champion to watch for this entire game. I think both sides have strong Morgana players. Arachnophobia plays Morgana. Aspect plays Morgana. There's just strong Morgana players all around that she can really make a team fight go the right way for whatever team she's on. The Black Shield is really strong. The Q poke is really good for getting picks. The ultimate is really good in a team fight for making everyone slow down and keeping your backline safe. The Morgana pick in this fight is going to be really big for both teams, depending on who gets her. And I think that's what we got to watch here tonight.
Yeah, we might even see some APCs tonight, honestly.
I mean, it's good. The new items allow it to work, I think, really well. I think, you don't need to shred someone down if you just burst them and kill them. Haha. I don't think we're going to see it on the ADC Bard team, though, because that Ornn, he's not a fan of bursting. Well, we might be just thrown for a loop by their name. Maybe we won't see Ornn. Maybe I've seen the Lee Sin jungle out of socks, and it's pretty nasty. I won't lie to you. Looks like everyone is in the custom lobby so far. We're going to get into a draft pretty soon here. Really excited to see what kind of picks we get. And chat, I'm going to send you here a poll, and let me know who you think the best Reichenbach is with this simple little... Whoop, I messed up. I put a plus sign.
Yeah, you don't want to use the embed. You're just going to want to use the hot link.
You would think it would just be the embed, and it doesn't work anyways. That's okay. It doesn't matter.
There you go. I'll spam it for you.
That works. Let us know who you think. Who do you think's the best Reichenbach? I put my vote in, and an answer may surprise you. Just letting you know. Stella is not an option, chat. I'm sorry. She's not participating in the Reichenbach Rumble. She is watching from home, I hope. If Mrs. Reichenbach is watching, hi, where are my cookies? But, so far, the Curtis votes are going up quickly. He's sitting pretty at the top there. Not a lot of love for the Reichenbachs here. Now, tonight, I think another big thing is going to be communication between the teams. These pick phase is going to be big for them. They need to make sure that their team comp is viable for what's going to happen.
They better get a nut on those.
What's they're banning?
Yeah, they forgot to leave the ban phase out. It's all right.
It doesn't matter. They just pick no ban.
Yeah.
No ban means no ban. This still allows us to see a draft, which is nice, instead of the blind pick auto lock.
Well, yeah, you can just also do 0 ban drafts, but this.
Legally you can, but why would you?
I mean, you got to break the law sometimes, dude.
Tonight, just for you guys at home, tonight's production is being done by QuickJam himself. He's doing a wonderful job. He's got these transitions. He was able to put my beautiful face up on here. He's got Steven's cool Destiny logo. But QuickJam, if you haven't hit that follow button in the Twitch chat already, please do so. He also has a YouTube channel, which I'm pretty sure is QuickJam VODs, and there's another one, but be sure to check him out.
Do you have anything you want to plug, Tim?
You know what? I hope everyone's just having a great night. I hope everyone's... I ate some Freddy's. Those of you who haven't had Freddy's, you're lying. Eat Freddy. Okay, see, this straw poll is lying. I don't think we have all the votes in yet, but I think the straw poll is lying. Let's get a weather report here real quick for our friends driving home from Michigan Tech. Now, let's check the weather report in Traverse City. I don't know where they are right now, but I hope they got home safe. It is less than 30 degrees in Traverse City. Now, hopefully we get to see a pick here sometime today by Grant, or Socks, I should say. I think, ooh, wait, did they pick, oh, why can't they just pick none?
We're still banning nuns.
So, we do see that Socks does have first pick. What kind of ADCs do you think we're going to see here tonight, Steven?
Honestly, I don't know. After the recent patch, I really cannot tell what ADC's standing out. Samira gutted, Kaisa nerfed. Like, it could be Jinx for all I know. But I think we're going to see probably... Who is ADC right now? The man and Aspect. I don't know. What does Aspect play lately? I didn't actually look at his
Aspect
stats.
plays a lot of Kaisa. He plays...
Yeah, I think Kaisa's definitely going to get picked, I think.
He plays some Kai'Sa. I think you have to pick the Kai'Sa into the Ornn. It's just too strong with the passive. They need a shredder of some kind. So on the as far as for ADC Bard, you got to see either the Kai'Sa, the Jinx, the Kai'Sa, Jinx, Kog'Maw, anything that can really shred a tank. Otherwise, you will simply not get through him fast enough, and he will just run you down. Now, out on the other side, I'm thinking I might see some MF. I know Montana, if he is playing ADC, he's been playing a lot of MF recently. He's gotten very good at it. I've seen the Lucian. I've seen the another Kai'Sa. Really a lot of picks. Kai'Sa could be another stolen pick here. We don't know. But
I mean, if he's feeling it, like I don't know if he plays it, but Jin's obviously where it's at.
Jin is obviously where it's at.
Like now, if you want to be a contender against Aspect, like Jin's going to be a decent pick here.
Jin, the range and the damage ratio on Jins, they're very big. They're very real. A real thing for Aspect to be afraid of. I think that's a very viable answer to whatever happened in the bot lane here. Now, Steven, in this new season, we've gotten new items, right? We've had a lot of nerfs. We've had a lot of buffs. We've had a lot of everything.
Are they still banning? Oh, there we go. The pick phase begins.
Here we go. Let's get this bread. First pick coming out of he hovers the Aesol pick. Now that's a champion most Jedi won't want you to know about. The Aesol pick could be hugely fun. Another Aesol not only is a threat to this team, but it could also threaten other teams that might want to play him. I know Team Megalodons are looking to play an Aesol game.
He's not even like trying to show. He's just browsing.
We get the Morgana first pick out of the Ornnstars. Like I said, that Morgana is huge for both sides. This time going to the Ornnstars. However, the support first pick, I don't know if I'd personally do that. I think supports do a lot of things really well. I don't know if they necessarily help me win the game very well. This does give ADC Bard the chance to oppose pick the Ornn from right underneath them. Yeah, which is scary for the Ornnstars.
I mean, Morgana's kind of a steal pick if Sunploid was looking at maybe.
And here it is.
But obviously, Servo is going to pick for
the Ornn Skarner. Now we got some thick boys. The Ornn Steel is huge for the ADC Bards. Now they might not have someone who has practice on it as Sox, but it's the idea that Sox can't play it. I'm sure the Ornnstars in their chat are losing it. They have no idea what they're going to play around now, or it could just be lying. Maybe they've been planning for this all along. Maybe we see a Renekton coming out here soon. Maybe we see a Akali coming out for Josh. We don't know yet. But the Ornn for the ADC Bard, as well as Skarner, they do coincide pretty well. The Skarner drags the back line to the front, and the Ornn keeps everyone else busy, as well as the item upgrade. That's a pretty good pick for the
pick and the Yone.
The Nidalee pick and the Yone. I'm not necessarily a fan of those two. Nidalee into Ornn and Skarner, not the greatest because she needs to burst or she's useless, and then she becomes an E-bot who heals people. And the Yone, he's good, but he doesn't necessarily shred armored targets like Ornn very well, and he can get interrupted by Skarner, which is scary. The Fizz pick is coming out here. It looks like we're going to get the Fizz-Yone mid lane matchup. Fizz being played by Let's Get Physical himself. The Xayah pick coming out of Aspect. Big, huge pick.
There's currently no tanks on the Ornnstars team.
That is a scary thing.
What's going on?
They don't have a lot of tank, but they do have a lot of CC, as well as a lot of damage.
That's what we're looking for.
The Juggernaut pick, he pairs well into Ornn. It just matters who does well in laning phase. If Ornn gets items first, that kind of hurts a little bit. But that early game is going to be crucial for whoever's playing the top lane. The Shen pick is a smart pick, I think. I think it's a very smart pick. Can help you gank easily. It gives you basically two different junglers that can be anywhere. A person who can be on the map anywhere whenever he wants. It's a smart pick. And we're going to see the support pick here coming out for the ADC Bards.
Oh, Blitzcrank.
Oh, it's going to be a pull night, ladies and gentlemen. As we're going to see hooks coming out of Semiploid.
I think we're going to see some blood.
I think we're going to. I think it's going to be this laning phase. The early game is going to be huge for both teams. They need to lay it down, get an idea of who has dominance, and the junglers for each side needs to push those winning lanes. I think the key lane to watch for the ADC Bards is they need the bot lane to win. I think the bot lane is their win condition really hard. I think for the Ornnstars, the mid lane is where they need to focus, and they really need to get an idea of how they're going to play around this thick team for team aspect. Now we're going to have a 3-minute little delay here for the spectator tool in the Riot client to boot up because we are in a little bit of a lag behind. So don't spoil it if you're playing on the teams. Don't spoil it in the chat, or I will come for you. Steven, let me go back to what I was talking about before here. Now, the League of Legends has recently been through a change of sorts, right? We've gotten new items. They've nerfed things. They buffed things. They nerfed the jungle. Now, last season, in my opinion, I think the gameplay, and even the beginning of this season, the gameplay of League of Legends was your jungler really made things happen in the mid lane and in the top lane, as well as the bot lane, made things happen around the map, really controlled the flow of the game, and allowed you to pick up kills and push your advantage. Now, with the reduction of XP gain in the jungle, they don't necessarily have that grind. They don't necessarily have that grinding incentive for behind junglers, where even behind junglers can grind in their jungle and come back in the game a lot stronger than you would expect. Where do you think the main role is going to be for this new season, this new lifestyle of League of Legends during this next season with these patches and such?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, Tim. And I play a lot of jungle, so I think I'm a little biased, but honestly, you can still do both buffs in a camp to get level 3. You can still full clear half your map to get 3. Most junglers have an impact at level 3. I honestly think jungle's still the most dominant role when it comes to map control. And really, all this XP nerf for the jungle did was just encourage people to make smart lane interventions and continue to gank heavy. So I really think that the jungle is continuing to be the dominant gank heavy controlling lane.
I think it does really encourage these junglers to get in the lane and make differences for their team. I agree with you. However, I have a little bit of a hot take. I think we are finally in the age of tanks. Now hear me out. We have great items for tanks. We have Sunfire, we have Iceborne Gauntlet, we have the Gargoyle is still strong with its shield. There's just a ton of items for tanks that just make them such a viable member of the team. We're really, before tanks, yes, they soaked up a lot of damage. They soaked up and they were able to do things. But these items for these tanks on people like Cho'Gath, Shen, Ornn, even supports like Alistar, Braum. These people are huge, they're thick, and they can do a lot of damage and really stick to whoever the backliners are on the opposite team.
I have to agree with that. Yeah. I think the biggest thing is Stridebreaker. Stridebreaker is the item to build.
Stridebreaker is very strong. I think Stridebreaker gets a lot of its strength out of its ability to, because of its low cooldown, it's relatively low cost. Each of its made-up items are very strong. They're kind of like Sheen was with Old Trinity Force. You buy Sheen, you get really strong in the game, and so on. Looks like we are in the loading screen for the first game of the Reichenbach Royale. Steven, give me your thoughts. Who do you think is going to win this first game?
Well, I mean, straight out of the gate, I think the most inherent skill is going to be on red side with Fizz. Let's get physical. It's a pun on Fizz because he's a Fizz main. He's going to have a pretty good time. General Stoff, bit of a Skarner main. So he's got a good time going on. But at the same time, Nerf Raptors plays a lot of Nidalee. Ida Joji plays a lot of Yone. I think it's going to be really close. And at the end of the day, it's going to really come down to, can Servo take this Ornn steal and take advantage of it, or is it going to fall flat because he could have been playing something he usually plays a lot more, like Kled?
Right. Exactly.
Honestly, it could go either way. I'm going to say it's really hard to say. I really think Blue's got a good shot. I'm torn. I was really going to say red. I started leaning a little more. I'm now saying Blue. I think Blue team is going to win.
That is, I think red team's winning condition is, can John build the items that makes him steamroll and just run over the other team? I don't think they have any tank on their team besides Shen, and even Shen is not that good of a tank late game that can really deal with the Xayah damage, where Xayah doesn't necessarily do really well against tanks. We saw that in the first boys versus beta game when he went against, it was the Ornn top and he was Xayah, it just didn't work out well. It doesn't do a lot of damage. Now, I think if the ADC, if the Ornnstars are able to get a lead with their bot lane and be able to shut that down, I think that puts a lot of pressure on Fizz in the mid lane of the ADC Bards. And that Fizz Yone matchup is not a favorite of the ADC Bards. And we're going to get into match play here. Sorry about that. And let's get this going here. It looks like blue is going to start red. The Nidalee starting red side, and it's going to be the simple Skarner might start top side here on the red buff. Setting up the gates, making sure no one gets engaged. With that Blitzcrank, you do have to be careful for that early hook invade. It's just such a strong thing. Yone waiting in the bush here for Skarner. Gets some early hits off, and down comes Shen. Maybe? And the Ornn W does come out. Just a few hits. Looks like Yone did win that trade. Yeah.
Shen's
Josh
going to
patiently waiting in that bush.
Here. Oh, let's get physical with a taunt in the all chat.
We got to get that BM in there. Looks like we're starting a simple blue side clear here for the Skarner. He decided to retreat from the red side or laid down deep board. Looks like a bit of skirmishing in the tri-bush of the top side between the Ornn and the Shen. And we're going to get into laning phase.
Yeah, definitely going to be a bit of a slow laning phase for a little bit, but honestly, I think we're going to see some very aggressive laning this game. Already,
Get
Shen
some
and
early,
Ornn having
the
a
Shen
battle.
grass procs with the Ornn W coming out. Already pops potion on the first engage there. The Blitzcrank looking for hooks on the far side. It is really hard for the Blitzcrank in the bot lane. That Blitzcrank does have a disadvantage against the Morgana with her black shield. It's going to depend on how well he's able to black shield the opponent before he gets hooked.
Shen and Ornn already approaching
Shen and Ornn
half HP.
Interchanging with each other. Shen is taking a lead on CS. He is not having fun. John is not having fun on the top side.
Yes.
He only has one CS
there's two
down.
Johns on that team, so we really
John
gotta be careful
Servo.
about it.
That is true. And looks like we're getting some more early trades out here. Bot side look like they're just farming it out, trying to get a feel for each other. Aggressive cues coming out of both the Blitzcrank and the Morgana here.
Meanwhile, we're ignoring mid, but we take a look, and Yone is not holding back.
No, he is not. He wants to get that early shutdown on Fizz. The E does come out. Fizz does win that trade with the E, W,
Fizz
and the Q.
Is handling the pushback extremely well.
Yeah, absolutely. And another exchange in the top lane. The Ornn tank health is there.
Skarner going for a gank though. Here it
The
comes.
Skarner early gank. The taunt to get out of it. The W coming out of Shen to avoid. Looks like a lot of heavy damage going on in the Shen. The Skarner going even further in, and he pulls out. Looks like they're going to make him back here.
If Ornn had Ignite there, that could have been over by now.
I agree. I don't know if there was a lot. Oh, it looks like Nidalee coming in for a counter gank, and the Skarner staying behind to maybe collapse on him as well. The E coming out of the Ornn, missing both of them. The Skarner does come in, and he looks like they're going to get the first kill here out of coming Ornn, and it looks like they're going to get the second kill on Nidalee. A great double gank. The Nidalee comes to counter gank. The Skarner stays behind. Looks like we're going to get the pull out here. Late black shield. And some solid damage. It does look, however, the Xayah did lose some HP on that trade comparatively to the rest.
Morgana is now out of mana, all things considered, so they are probably deciding to
looks
play
like the
safe
fast
with
TP
Ornn.
back. Looks like he might catch Ornn here on the run. He's got Grass proc up for the damage.
Ornn
He's
out
getting
of all
mowed down by
mana.
minions.
And he's gonna get away though.
And we're back to normal CSing here. Mid lane is dead even in CS. 25 and 25 with each giving fair pokes, and Gavin going in for another poke gets out with the E, putting Yone down to half. Chris, as the jungler on Skarner, is getting a little bit ahead for the ADC Bards. A little bit because of that successful gank in the top lane. He now has a kill and an assist, so he's relatively healthy. And the CS lead for the ADC Bards is approaching 1k. The taunt coming out of Shen with the Q strikes as well as the W block. And the Ornn gets his W off, and however, the pillar goes down before he gets
Morgana's gonna go down.
A Blitzcrank pull like a god.
Maybe not.
Ignite coming out.
Definitely some mutual risk between the two teams in the bot lane here. Xayah and Morgana are risking their lives.
Looks like Shen is not sitting pretty in the top lane here. Getting the free Ornn Q pokes out of it, as well as minions just punishing him for being up there.
Honestly, I am surprised Shen is not backing here. He's going to have one...
The Yone coming out for some damage. Fizz is easily able to get away with this funny little E of his. Ornn is heavy pushed in. Nidalee is clearing bot side. We might see a gank coming out here. The Ornn ulti does come down. Oh, he gets the knock up. And he doesn't want to go in. Okay, that's fine. Takes a couple of turret shots, and now they're looking about even in health-wise.
You can really see the man standing around turret debating whether or not he wants to back. I really think he's got to start making a decision because he's wasting time.
However, the time he goes backing, he does have to miss XP and potential gold. Nidalee gank does come out here. She gets a stack of Gark Harvest, and she leaves.
So that's gonna definitely buy him some time. Ornn's gonna want to see if he wants to recall or gain some just health in the lane, and Shen has a free couple minions here. Bot lane looking to gather up for Dragon, and they will do so successfully.
And looks like
Blitzcrank taking a lot of the Dragon shots here, and Dragon's gonna go down. Nidalee getting a little too close to that Skarner, who has his ultimate, and it's gonna be a save.
Nerf Raptors does get some heavy damage here on General Stop, and the Skarner goes down. However, he goes back in, and he gets it Fizz ultied on the way out.
A 1-for-1 trade there.
1-for-1 trade, and the kill goes to the mid laners. It does look like the Caitlyn of Sox is pulling a little bit away with CS in respect to his brother, the Xayah, in the bot lane. She does look to be having her full item while Xayah is still working on it. Ooh, heavy damage coming out here from the Yone. The E coming out and pop. Ooh, Blitzcrank looking like he's in trouble, and he dies to the Morgana W.
Mid lane really looking neck and neck here. It's almost like they're organizing here. They're like, hey, I take your jungle, you take my jungle, you take half my health, I'll take half your health.
And he eats the Q from the Morgana on the way out. Lots of damage coming out here, and he has forced to ult to not die on her turn. A lot of pokes, a lot of hits this game. Stoff clearing his topside jungle, looking to the Shen in the top lane, or looking mid on the Yone, who's incredibly pushed up. Checks for the Scuttle Crab in the middle.
All right.
Goes to take. Servo is in the top lane, however, he's out of mana. He's not looking good. He needs his mana back. Maybe he gets his ulti, and he's able to get a good engage here and gets a kill with Chris from the jungle. Black Shield coming out on Sox. So the Blitzcrank pull isn't out of under tower. Q coming out. The Skarner coming in, rushing at him, trying to get his pull in, take away the child. The child will be his. He needs his child.
It's about to be
flash,
out, but it's not going to be in time to get the grab.
Unfortunate for Servo. That kill really would have put him ahead. Kind of ended that lane. Blitzcrank clearing wards on the bot side. Getting some vision up there.
Nidalee going for a bit of a lane tax there.
A little bit of lane. She wants some money. She's a poor girl right now.
Oh, Skarner already seeing some
Skarner
play.
seeing
He's
it.
gonna
Fizzle coming
pull it
around from the
back,
outside. Looks like
and
Yon is on his way. The Shen ulti does come out.
I was really surprised Skarner did not go for the ultimate there.
Yeah, I think he couldn't do it because Yon was still in the mid lane. Yon could just come and help him, and I don't know if with him and Grant, or with him and Gavin could have taken them both.
Shen wasting his time, really could be farming right now, but not sure what he's trying to do.
The
here.
pull from Blitzcrank over the wall. She's stuck. She does do the ulti with the Zonia. Looks like Sox is going to run her down, and John is absolutely stuck with nowhere to go. He's being run down into the bush. The flash from Grant. He's running him down. He turns. He goes in on semi-point. The ulti comes out, and a double kill for the Caitlyn in the bot lane. That is huge for the Caitlyn. The Caitlyn is really their idea of how they're going to shred the Ornn and how they're going to shred the Skarner, and that is huge for them.
Aspect and Sempoint really losing their footing on that one.
As the Ornnstars take the gold lead. Yon is pulling away from the Fizz in CS in the bot lane.
Meanwhile, Skarner taking the Rift Herald under risky circumstances here.
I think he's pretty safe. His mid doesn't have priority. It's just that he's still there. Ooh, the ulti under tower, and he's gone. He has lost priority, and now it is a risky situation for the Skarner.
Like I said.
I wish I could be you, Steve.
He's going to go for a smite.
And the smite! And the steal! He's pissed. He's going to kill himself for this. Uh-oh. Servo is stuck. Damn. Where are you going to go, Servo? Go up, Servo. Chris comes in to try to get the slow. He's going in.
Garner.
Oh, and they're just absolutely collapsed upon. They might get the double kill here as Yon goes the rest of the way in. And the double kill on the ADC Bards.
An extremely free steal.
Really just bad positioning as far as for Chris. He needed to see, like you said, pay attention more to the mid lane. The priority wasn't there. And then the Nidalee, he didn't know where Nidalee was. That hurt him even more. And then going back in, yes, get the slow off with your Q, but after that, you just leave, man. There's no reason for you else to be in there. Yes, it's a Nidalee. Yes, she's squishy, but you gotta go. The Yon is ahead now with a 300 gold bounty. He is 3-0, and he's on his way to a life bow.
Skarner looking like he's about to redeem himself here. Chris maybe wanting to take Infernal Drake, but again, enemies nearby.
That is true. He doesn't have vision on that Nidalee. He doesn't have mid lane priority, and he won't have mid lane priority for a while now because Josh is ahead in the mid lane. Skarner looking for something in the bot lane. Yon coming down. Nidalee coming around, and he is gone. Goodbye. General Stoff leaves. Blitzcrank blind hook over the wall. He is unable to grab anyone. So far, a lot of kills. A lot of fun stuff. Caitlyn is pulling even further ahead of the Xayah bot lane. With 95 CS, he's over 20 CS up. He also has 2 kills on him. If John doesn't get his act together, he's going to lose this game. The ADCs are very big for both these teams in this game.
Nidalee looking to increase the gold lead for his team here, going for what appears to be a bit of a camp here. Maybe not.
Nope. He is working his way around the dragon pit now. Trying to get it warded up. As Chris clears his top side, we're getting some good pokes here out of the Ornn and the Shen. Nothing too major. Yon looking like he's going in on the Fizz again. Because that funny ulti is up. Clearing some vision from the bot side. Q's coming out of the Xayah.
Oh, top lane having a bit of a
Taunt coming out of the
slap fight.
damage here coming. The knock-up coming from Montana. Or not Montana, John, sorry. Servo. The ulti does come out of Ornn. The grass proc, the W proc. There it is! Lot of damage coming out of that Ornn. The grass proc with the percent health, the W proc, huge. The Yon is getting looks like Fizz is closing the distance a little bit on the Yon in the mid lane. However, the CS lead in the bot lane is getting a little too large for my liking. However, the Blitzcrank does also have the CS that he gives with his Relic Shield, so it's not that bad. Nidalee looking bot side, he do the dragon.
Blitzcrank
or
about to get punished for overextending, and here
got
comes
hit by that snag.
the
Ooh,
sweep.
and the Q coming out in the hop. Ooh, he's not happy. He is not happy. The Shen ulti does come out. There's 4 in the bot lane. Ornn still making his way back top. And they reset. Looking at the dragon here, kind of not a good idea for the ADC Bards. Looks like they're trying to rotate for them here. And they need to. And it looks like they're going to, the Ornnstars are going to get a free drag here.
Unless Fizz can do something interesting here, I think it's over. And yeah, there it goes.
It's just first drag of the game.
All
Nothing...
members of the team are headed to bottom river.
Second drag.
Looks like we're about to see a team fight, Tim. Get ready.
I'm hooked in. I think everyone's back.
Oh,
we're going to reset
never
here.
mind. Too scared. Come on, man up, guys.
We're going to reset. The gold lead is getting further and further apart for the ADC Bards. They are 3,000 gold down, and they cannot be that far down to win this game. They need the items on the Xayah to really just delete everyone else on the team. Fizz does have his Night Harvester. The Skarner does have his Turbo Chem Tank to grab children in the nighttime and steal them away. Looks like Blitzcrank is going the Sunfire build. Like I said, those tank items, they're just too big. Skarner coming in, looking to get the Q off on the Yone, and the Yone is running.
And he
away.
hits the grab.
Flash pull. Fizz nowhere to be seen. Looks like he wants to get it. Oh, left out.
Oh, never mind.
Ooh, came back in. The ulti does come out. The Fizz knockup does cancel it.
Oh my god.
The Yone damage is just too much. Ooh, the Q through the Shen to get out of his way, and the E to skip away. 1 for 1 there. Good play by Gavin. I think if he was there a little bit earlier,
they would have
been even better. But it was just unlucky.
I really think there was some miscommunication by them there.
The easy pull, the knock up, the tower shot, and the ulti comes out of the Blitzcrank as he holds the mid lane turret. Ornn getting some solid hits on that turret up there, taking a hit from Nidalee. Taking a lot of damage from the Nidalee there. And she is on her way to her second item. And the first turret goes to the Ornnstars. Blitzcrank coming around the side here, dodges the Q from the Morgana. The hook comes out, and he is just shy of hitting it. The late shields out of Parker. He needs to get those a little earlier. That would have hit if he hit it. Does look like the top tower will fall soon enough. Nidalee holding this as best as she can. Skarner looking to either clear their top side jungle and then maybe come top.
Bot lane looking to take their
like bot lane's looking to get the mid lane here as the top lane is being pushed back. Gavin's in a bit of trouble here. He needs some help, and his mid lane turret is lost. Chris is coming around the outside. A lot of damage coming out here as he's unable to get his passive, or the grass passive, to hit. The pull under tower. The ulti coming out of Fizz, however, he is rooted and unable to do anything else at the current time. The taunt out of the Shen, pretty big. The Xayah ulti coming out. The roots are down.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot just happened there. I didn't want to talk over it. I just wanted to take in what just happened.
That is true. There was a big... that was not the best.
Yeah, we saw what looked to be blue team going for...
Looks like they're setting up for Rift Scuttlecrab, Rift Herald here.
Yeah. I honestly thought red team was going to get wiped there, but maybe not.
Looking at the free hook. He misses the free hook as it flies just shy. The Qs flying from the Morgana and the Nidalee, one finding their target. The Ornn is here. The Ornn does have his ulti. So maybe something happens here. The root does come out of Morgana. The first pick Morgana is doing it for them. It's working. The Q coming out. The Nidalee is in it. The Nidalee is in there. The ulti coming out of Ornn knocks up the Shen on the outside.
Oh.
Shen goes down. Morgana running for her life. Chris is trying to get ahead of him and run him down. The ulti from the Fizz. The knock. Ooh, gets it with the Zhonya. Free hook here for the Ornn. Ooh, and the good kill coming out of Aspect. Good fight for the ADC Bards. Get money, gets them closer in the game. That 4K gold difference is now down to 1.
ADC
Huge.
Bards really showing that they mean business. They might be a little bit behind, but not
This
too
is-
far in the rear view.
I think this fight really exemplifies their team comp is just excellent. The Ornn with an ulti knocks up and makes them so they can never go in with that Nidalee. That Nidalee jumped in there, she just died. She couldn't do anything because they're just thick boys, and there's a lot of CC on that team between the Ornn, the Blitzcrank, and the Skarner. And then the Skarner rundown with the Turbo Chem Tank is insane. You saw that with Morgana and the Caitlyn running for their lives, as well as with the range from the Xayah. If he builds it looks like he's going with Valiant, but if he went like a rapid fire cannon or something else like that, the range would just be insane, and they would have no way to kind of close the distance because they don't have a tank of their own, besides from Shen. But yeah, it does look like everyone on the ADC Bards except for everyone does now has their mythic items. The Blitzcrank going Turbo Chem Tank really wants that rundown and Q hook. Ooh, it looks like we're gonna get the Yone ulti here as it gets a free kill. Ooh, that is not a good time. The TP does come in here from Ornn. He's going to run at the Caitlyn. The Blitzcrank on the outside looking for anything to try to help his Ornn here, as the three of them are able to barely get out of there alive.
This really is the ideal dragon for the ADC Bards. They've got Ocean Drake topped on top of a Skarner, a Blitzcrank, and the Ornn. It's almost too much to take in about how much health they're gonna have.
Exactly. If they do get the Ocean Soul, they will be very big, and there will be a lot of trouble for the other team.
Yes. So blue team already getting.
Looks like they're taking a lot of free pokes here. Don't necessarily know why they're running at them right now. They should just reset here, because the poke from the Morgana Q and the Nidalee Q is just too big to ignore. Looks like we're going to get the reset here between the Ornn buys the Frostfire Gauntlet, and it is now the Everfire Gauntlet, I believe. With the Ornn passive giving him extra stats, which is huge. Does look like we are going to have some thicky mickeys in the chat. Morgana in the top side of the ADC Bards jungle clearing wards with socks. Looks like they're appearing the bot side, and the Q's coming out. The Yone is in the off lane, getting free money and trying to get that turret, and the Rift Herald is dropped in the top lane. They're splitting the top, splitting the bottom, forcing the ADC Bards, who really need to fight as a team to win a fight.
Top lane getting sieged here. Jungler and mid laner versus jungler and top laner.
Q's coming out of that Nidalee.
Skarner unable to stop Shelly from getting a
hit off here. Blitzcrank getting some wards out. And the Parker here is just doing an excellent job as far as support. He's keeping his ADC safe. He's got vision everywhere. That vision score of almost 50 now. He's landing his Qs. He's doing a little bit late on the shield, but overall the drag from the Shen, it's not really who you want to drag in that situation. He could have turned and pulled the ulti coming out of John to kill the Yone. Gets him a little bit of shutdown gold, which is kind of what he needs. He needs to get back in this game with items. The ulti coming out of Fizz. The Morgana shield is out though to prevent his ADC from dying.
It's really going back and forth on who's leading the fight here.
It's this game. I think ADC Bards win the team fight, if only for the AoE and the damage they have. But I do think the pick potential of the Ornnstars is just too big. Their picking potential with the Nidalee and the Yone, it's huge as well. The Shen taunt, it's really hard for them. Semiploid is coming around the side. He does grab Socks, barely. And Socks goes down to Fizz, getting some money on Fizz. However, Shen is in the backline, just wrecking the Xayah as the Xayah goes down. Fizz turning to try to get the Shen. He needed to stay with the Morgana, try to get killers here. The Ornn ulti does come out and is knocked in. The Yone does join the fight, and it looks like Servo here is in a bit of trouble. And the hit off Nidalee, the free jump. He does E perfectly into the blast plant, and he was able to barely get away.
I gotta say, that fight went back and forth for a long time in mid lane. I can already hear John telling his team, "Why didn't you peel for me?" That Shen
That is
destroyed
true.
me.
The shield they needed to peel for the Xayah. They kind of left her out to dry. They were too busy trying to get the Morgana, and they just kind of let their ADC die, which is not what you want to do. Fizz needed to turn around and help him out with the damage, and the Skarner needed to help him out, just face take it a little bit. Unfortunate, but he still gets his money. Everyone's happy for the most part. And the game goes on. Does look like the Blitz is building the Thornmail because the Yon's health regen is very large. Ornn and Shen sharing some hits here in the top lane. Shen realizes the Ornn damage is a real thing. You can't ignore it, and he leaves.
Yeah, I don't think they were going to kill each other. I really think Shen and Ornn were trying to have a little bit of a truce meal over those Krugs. I don't know about
A little bit of a chat. A little bit of a chit-chat.
Oh, but it's going to get spicy, and here
The
comes
free
the
hook coming out, and there goes the Morgana. Ooh, the ulti with her Zonya. The kill coming out of the Xayah. And Sox is getting away. He's trying to get away. Skarner does get in there. And the ulti comes out of Gavin.
I'm not going to lie. I think that was a waste of ultimates there. They definitely had that.
I think that was a good pick. That was a great pick. They needed that pick. Gave him gold. Really put him in a good spot.
All right,
This drag fight, like you said, this ocean drag is so huge for the ADC Bards.
Do you think we're going to see a steal here? Let's find out.
It's possible. The Nidalee is still up. The Nidalee could go in with Shen ulti, and that would almost guarantee she survives any initial bursts they might have. Looks like they are going to peel for the Nidalee, though, and they're able to get the ocean drag, which is huge for the ADC Bards. It does look like Skarner wants money, and he wants to kill Shen, maybe? Yon is sitting waiting there for him. He is running. He is running. He is running very fast. He captures his points because those are so huge for him. It's the Blitzcrank blind hooks over the wall. Gets the ulti off. Gets the E off. The Fizz E jumping for it, and he shuts down the Nidalee.
Oh, even
Played
finishing it with a
by Nerf
thumb
Raptors.
up emoji. I
My
gotta say, I
Caitlyn
don't think
is
I've ever
currently
met-
playing with no boots. She doesn't need boots. Those boots aren't made for walking. They're made
That's
for
true.
talking.
Hey, when you're a sniper, where do you need to walk? Exactly.
Exactly. You're in one spot. Now, like I said, the ADC Bards are able to sort of close this gap. The gold gap is still only about 1k, 13 to 13 kills so far. So far, they're playing great in the team fight. They need to continue team fighting. It's just, we got to see how the Ornnstars respond. Are they going to maybe split push, maybe get some objectives like the Baron and the Dragon under their control? It's just that team fight of the Ornnstars is so hard for them. The Yon looked like he's going to get run down here, stuck between the Blitzcrank and the Skarner. Oh, he's getting rooted. Oh, he got E'd. Oh, that's unfortunate for Josh playing the Yon. I mean, when you're stuck between a Blitzcrank and a Skarner, he did exactly what he should have done. Try to get the kill on the Xayah as best as you can, and hopefully go 1-for-1 on their ADC. Does look like we get the root off here of the Fizz. Black Shield comes out for Sox. They're waiting in that bush. They have no vision in that bush. Ooh. Hooks coming out of Semiploid. And the waiting is not paid. Looks like Blitz is looking for a hook over this wall. Blinds hook over the wall. Ease knocks up. Shen ulti does come down. The knockup from Fizz. Ooh, gets the... Ooh, John is swimming in the money right now. John and... Aspect and Let's Get Physical are getting major kills, which is huge for them. He does have Collector now. The Collector on Xayah is very, very mean and very real with her E-pull. Does a lot of damage, does it really fast, and executes. Looks like Chris getting some pokes here on the Nidalee and scuttles away like the little scorpion man he is. Ornn, again, you can see the Ornn upgrades the Fizz items, he upgrades the Xayah items, really just helping out his team with those items because it gets them a lot of damage. Ooh, he gets the pull on the Nidalee, and the Nidalee has died. The Nidalee was stolen in the night like a child. As it looks like the ADC Bards have taken the gold lead.
Yone gonna try to clutch,
Yone
not
E
gonna
ult
happen.
does come out.
I think a lot of decisions can be made by the red team here, including Baron if they play their cards right. But Blitzcrank gonna get caught out?
I think if they get the Yone pick, the Baron is definitely in the cards. The Yone pick is huge for them. The Yone is very big, and he does a lot of damage to the Xayah, which is what everyone else, they have to kind of walk at the Xayah, and they have about 3 different meat walls that says, you cannot approach my Xayah, and my Fizz is going to kill your backline if you walk up. So if they kill the Yone, the pick is free, then they can go and do the Baron pretty easily without any real problems. Does look like the Blitzcrank is going to reset here. He needs a bit of mana. He might be able to finish his Thorn Mail. Buys the Giant's Belt for the extra health. As the Ornnstars are sieging the mid lane. The Blitzcrank is back, and he's pissed, and he wants a hook. However, it looks like Fizz, the Let's Get Physical and Aspect are resetting. They got a lot of money. They got to spend it. Does look like Let's Get Physical does have his full Dark Seal. Maybe we see a Magi's coming out of him as he buys the Zonias, so he's not instantly deleted. Clearing the top side jungle, clearing some wards, clearing the scuttle.
Dragon incoming.
As we're prepping for Dragon. Dragon timer at about
Oh, Nidalee gets
25
hooked.
seconds. The Nidalee hook is huge for them. The Ornn ulti is coming out. Here it comes down that lane. They are in a bad shape. The Ornn ulti comes out. Where is the Xayah in the backside? Getting free kills, getting free damage. The Yone is still very much alive. He needs help. Physical and Gavin are in bad shape. Ooh, as they are all the way on the Grant, knocking him with his many
Take the
meaty
dragon.
auto
Don't worry
attacks.
about that Morgana. You gotta get your soul.
Go get your souls, boys. Go get your souls. Chris wants kills. Chris is seeing red
Jonah
right
is
now.
definitely not in 1v9 territory with his build.
He's
right
not,
now.
but he did exactly what I said was going to happen in that fight. He ignored the tanks. He was able to get to the back line, and he got his solo fight with Aspect and Let's Get Physical. He's able to do a lot of damage to them both, and unfortunately Aspect died. Luckily, Fizz was there, and he was able to help him kill him. But of their 3 tanks, one of them has to say, okay, this Xayah is my life. I'm going to sit on this Xayah. When the Yone comes, I'm going to kill him.
The
And
pinks for Baron are going down, and it looks
they
like
are.
they've
The
made
Xayah
decision
is
to
back
take-
up. And it looks like they want to force a fight here at Baron because they think they did pretty well in that last team fight.
Nidalee on the other side of the map, not looking to steal.
Clearing,
at
and
all.
Yone's still in base, so they do have. If they're going to do this, they got to do this fast. They need the Xayah. Shannon Bush waiting, and it looks like the Blitzcrank is waiting for a simple pick to zone him off. Baron at half health still. Yone coming from the mid lane, nowhere to be seen. Physical taking a lot of damage here. The Ornn ulti does come out again. Arachnophobia dies to the Ornn ulti. Montana doing a lot of damage here as Shen eating it. The tanks are fighting it out. The Yone tries to get here as fast as he can with the E. The ulti does come out as they're able to get a kill off of it. John is still alive. The Caitlyn ulti coming down, landing on the Ornn. They're able to secure the Baron. Chris needs some help, and he's able to get the kill.
I gotta say, I was watching
John.
that Baron's health bar. I was really hoping it was gonna get stolen, but General Stuff was able to successfully secure the Baron and then die immediately.
Yes, he needed to secure the Baron, which he did. The Yone was nowhere to be seen, so it was kind of an opportune time for them to do it if they were going to do it. Look, Servo is push. He's getting red buff here. With that Baron buff, he's got to be pushing a lane. This Baron buff time is really, really important to them. Aspect in the bot lane, pushing with his Baron buff. He needs a buddy. He needs a buddy, or that Nidalee is going to come and he's going to die. That anyone's going to come and he's going to die. So that Blitzcrank needs to get on the
much attention to him yet.
Nope, here comes the Morgana and the Sox. He's all alone. The TP from Shen in the behind lane. He's in a rough spot. He's not looking good. He's gonna die. The ulti does come out. Xayah gets the root. Blitzcrank coming as fast as he can to save him, as he's able to barely get away.
Yeah,
Good
he
play
is a
by the Aspect
slippery-
with his ulti.
slippery creature.
He's a slippery man. He needs some armor penetration though. He does need it. Maybe not. It's only.
No, definitely not.
he
You're
doesn't
only
know.
like
I'm a liar. Don't
yeah.
listen to me.
Does he have cracked?
Ornn is pushing with his Baron buff in the top lane as they're continuing their push down here. Xayah with red and blue buff. He's able to do a lot of damage. Servo pushing his advantage in the top lane. Aspect pushing his advantage in the bot lane.
Italy looking to try and pick up.
Skarner zoning Yone in the mid jungle. Looks like they're on their way to go help. As Blitzcrank almost dies, there's just some Sox autos. Ooh, he pulls the Morgana, the ulti from Fizz, and the Zonia does come out. Xayah here to get some autos in that kills. The Root does come out. He's unable to grab anyone. Unlucky positioning. Takes a couple of turn shots. The Yone ulti does come in. He's running down the Aspect. The TP does come in from Ornn. The Ornn's ulti here is huge if he gets it. There's the ulti. He's trying to get the Yone here, and he gets the Sox. They are in bad shape. It's not looking good for Team Ornnstars. Not at all.
Ooh.
The flash Q. Oh, the Blitzcrank Gambit, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of damage going on the turn here. The Nidalee jumping in for he wants the Aspect dead. He needs the Aspect dead, and he's unfortunately not able to get it. Like I said, the Xayah, a lot of damage. This whole team is revolving around that Xayah and her damage. Fizz does a lot of damage too, but the Xayah lets them win the team fight really easily. Gets the free inhib off of it. And it looks like they're going to go reset and get ready for drag here. That's coming up in 1 minute. This ocean drag for them, by the way, will be huge. If they had air drag for this, they'd kind of be a rough spot for the ADC Bards.
Now is definitely your time to breathe. I don't think anyone's going to be risking their lives for the next couple minutes as this dragon spawns.
Oh no, they're going to risk their life. They know if they get this ocean drag, it's going to get even harder and harder and harder. They need to start answering these team fights, but they really don't have the comp for it. They don't have the damage.
Almost securing Morgana again.
The own damage does do a lot for the backline. It's just he's not far enough ahead to just delete the Fizz and the Xayah. The Sox is getting caught out by the Skarner, which is exactly what Skarner's made to do. Either grabs the Morgana or the Caitlyn, because the Morgana gives a lot of that CC
Here
that they have.
Yone.
Makes it
Going for the 1v9. And
Yone gets pulled and baby stolen from the crib by Chris the Skarner.
I'm pretty sure they are getting their soul tonight, and that's going to reign true.
The Ornn ulti does come down again. We're able to get some free damage here. The Skarner wants blood. He's seeing red. He flashes over the wall for the Morgana. The Fizz wants him so bad. The Ornn is... oh no, that poor Morgana. And it looks like that might be game here for the Ornnstars.
Oh, Blitzcrank, no!
Now, folks, just to let you know, we are going to have a brief 5-minute intermission after this game. So I'm going to call it a pee break, if you will, because I have to go. I don't know about you all, but then we'll be back very shortly afterwards. But it does look like the Bard ADCs were able to come from behind with 2 huge team fights and really pull it together. John,
I really
the
think
Aspect
Yone
is
tried
clearing
to
the bot side.
1v9 and it just didn't work out.
I think their team comp really was for trying to kill the backline, and it's just the 3 thick Mickeys of Ornn, Skarner, and Blitzcrank. Their CC is just too real. Their thickness is not to be ignored, and they really couldn't do anything. Like, look at this. This Yone is he's bad. He's in bad shape right there. He needs. It's just the thickness is the 3 thicky Mickeys are traveling as a unit now.
The Ornnstars
that is
have
dangerous.
a 9 cold disadvantage right now.
They're 9k deep. The Ornn ulti coming out here, trying to get that knockup on the Sox. The Shen taunt does come out. The Blitzcrank blind hook. The Aspect is just in it. The Nerf Raptor is trying to get the kill on Aspect. Oh, he's just shy of it. As Ornn is just eating power shots because he's Ornn. Or Arachnophobia gets pulled, and the Blitzcrank is a greedy man. And that is going to be game.
Going to be a surrender
for the Bard.
Was this surrender or
no?
Oh, because my game crashed because it froze.
It was a brief crash. It's fine.
But yeah, that's.
I'm gonna assume that's game. Sorry if we don't get it. It crashed, but that's gonna be game for the Bard ADCs with the first win of the Reichenbach Royale. We're gonna take a pee break here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back with you in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere, and make sure to hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. All right, I'll see you soon.
You are listening to Avicii Levels.
And we're back with the Reichenbach Royale. I hope you all had a fun pee break. I know I did. But if you were just tuning in, the Bard ADCs take the first game over the Ornnstars. Now, for those of you at home who aren't keeping track, the Ornnstars got first pick last game as they were on the blue side. This time, with sides will swap, and the ADC Bards will get first pick this time. Now, does this mean we see another Ornn pick out of them? I don't know. Maybe. Probably. It went well for them last time, but only time will tell as we're getting into the draft phase here for the teams. Now, Steven, that last game, what do you think was the turning moment for the ADC Bards? They were a little bit behind during that laning phase in the beginning of that game.
I really think it came down to a jungle diff. Like in Italy was the squishier jungler, not as many good placements around objectives, and just overall kind of fell apart near the end. Although she was very decent at going for that Xayah ADC, it was unfortunate that she could never secure that kill.
I agree. She had a lot of damage in her kit with her abilities. She wasn't that far behind. It was just getting to the Xayah, getting to the Fizz is really hard. Another major thing that was pointed out to me during the break was actually the Xayah ulti and the Fizz E, the invincibility frames from the Xayah ulti, the invincibility frames from the Fizz E are huge against the Yone and the Nidalee. With the Yone ulti coming out, you saw Fizz E a lot. You saw John, even on that last fight down in the bot lane when he was getting squeezed by the Shen and the Caitlyn and Morgana, he was able to jump out of the Shen's way with his ulti, and that invincibility from those really kind of made it so that the run to the backline idea of the Ornnstars, it just didn't work the way they wanted to, and they just got run down by tanks, like you said. Chris doing an excellent job clearing his jungle, making a lot of plays, running for that backline. I think the only thing I can say, improving the ADC Bards, that laning phase is really key and really peeling for their damage. They need to understand that, yes, they do damage as tanks, but not as much as the Xayah or the Fizz are going to do.
Now, Tim, I've got a bit of a question for you.
Go ahead,
Do you
Steven.
think we're going to see more aggressive counter picking, or we're going to see more, guys, let's just take our mains, no more BS, no more trying to steal anything, and just outskill them? What do you think is going to happen?
Honestly, I think we're going to see more counter picking. I think they both really want to win really well, and you might as well use every option available to you, because why would you not? What do you think as far as for the Ornnstars? What do you think they can do to try to change this game and make this one
first pick and take Ornn? Honestly,
see they don't have first pick this game. The ADC Bards have first pick now because they swapped. But as far as for other, like maybe a different jungler, I think the Ornnstars, a different jungler that kind of helps deal their damage. You had the Caitlyn that was huge, but the Morgana and the Caitlyn, yes, she prevented the CC. It's just you had no body, and the Skarner was able to say, okay, I don't care about your CC. I'm going to run past everyone else, and I'm going to only hit you, which is really, really bad for the Ornnstars on their main damage dealer, especially when that Caitlyn is so important to shredding that Ornn, to shredding that Skarner. They need a protector a little bit better if they're going to run the Caitlyn again. They need a better tank than Shen. The Shen did a good job, but he's more for engaging it. They need something that can peel a little bit better for that Caitlyn.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I honestly, like, it would be funny. I know it's not going to happen, but it would be so funny if they're like, all right, guys, aggressive counter picking, go. And they just swap team comps.
Mm-hmm. Now, this just after seeing the results from the straw poll, the original straw poll, who is the best Reichenbach out of Solaris 21, Aspect, Sox, and Light Strike? The winner is Aspect. John is your favorite Reichenbach tonight, chat. Now, I've posted another straw poll here. I'm going to spam it a couple times. Who do you think is going to win game 2? Why do you think that? Go ahead, type that in chat. Let us know who you think is going to take this next one here as we sort of roll into draft phase quite soon. Now, Steven, now item builds. Now, you saw the Xayah going shield bow and then collector as far as for lethality items and such like that. Do you think, and then do you think there's any sort of other items that could have been better chosen during the match, during that last
Xayah,
round?
absolutely not. I mean,
I agree.
Xayah's bread and butter is the shield bow. You can't really go Kraken Slayer on it. ADCs in general really don't have freedom with their mythics. They have 3 options: the Kraken Slayer, the Gale Force, and the shield bow. And really, unless you're playing Xayah, you kind of got to go Kraken Slayer. And sometimes you go Gale Force if you want a bit more mobility in your kit.
I agree. I think the shield bow was the most important for the Xayah.
For sure.
Because there was the Nidalee, there was the Yone. If he did get hit by those ultis, or he did get hit by that engage, and he didn't have his own ulti, the shield bow saved his life. Huge from, I think, the Kraken Slayer on the Caitlyn, which I think I saw. I'm pretty sure I saw. Really important for him. The mythics aren't really interchangeable. The double chem take. Now you're seeing a lot of this lately. The supports building tank items on instead of building a support mythic. And like I said, that tank meta is here, and it is here to stay. Do you like that sort of tank meta, Steven, or do you think it's a less of a fun thing to do?
I mean, tanks are never fun, right? You get hit by things and you don't die. You stand around, you soak. Like, tanks are never going to be the exciting choice, but they're a required choice. And stuff like the Turbo Chem Tank Blitzcrank, I think it's good. Like, it's a decent choice. It makes up. It lets you have more assassin-y junglers and stuff. When you got to make up for the health, it's just what you got to go for.
Exactly. The making up for the health, and it makes the Blitzcrank another kind of force on the map, and he won't necessarily die. He doesn't necessarily have the shielding capabilities of protecting the Xayah, but he becomes a different force altogether. Other than that, Steven, what do you think we're going to see out of the mid lane here? You think we're going to see another Yone Fizz matchup here, or maybe we rotate the Gavin somewhere else? Or what do you think is going to happen here?
I really think it's going to be Fizz mid again. Like, I don't expect, like, their team comp worked. I guarantee you, Gavin, Chris, they're all like, guys, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going to run the same thing again. Although, I don't know if Grant wants to play ADC again. They might want to play, and they are in Champ Select already, which means that I was not in the custom game. So I'm going to be watching off your screen tonight.
It's okay. We're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
first pick is going to the ADC Bards here. We do have banning phase first, so we're going to do a little bit of... I think if the ADC Bards do what they did last time, I think they'll be fine. The Skarner pick, I think the Skarner pick is a little bit more dependent on who the Ornnstars pick as far as for their damage dealers in the game. Maybe we see the Amumu come out. Skarner, I don't say necessarily he's a starter of a team fight. I think Amumu does that a lot better. Amumu does a lot better job of his starting a team fight with his ulti and his Q and his E. However, if they pick another where they're having just people like Grant on the Caitlyn in the back line doing damage to everyone else, they might see the Skarner pick come out again. However, the jungler on the Ornnstars is also going to be huge for them. If we do see the first pick Ornn here again, I'm thinking the Shen top is again going to be in the top lane for the Ornnstars here. What about you, Steven? What do you think is going to come up here for these first few picks?
I really don't know. Honestly, like, it could go anyway. Like, pretty much what you said is what I'm thinking.
Maybe we'll see the Kog'Maw. I want to see the Kog'Maw. I don't care.
Dude, anyone wants to see Kog'Maw. He's so funny.
I do want to see Kog'Maw. I want to see the Kog'Maw.
Skin. I want to see the B comp.
I do want to see the B comp. B Zahar, Cog B, UB, BMO, and then Beekeeper Singed.
It's BMO.
If that's not a... Okay, it doesn't... Cog B.
No, I'm calling
BMO... No. I know. But, like, if we have BMO, why can't we just have Cog B? Because BMO and BMO are, like, the same thing. That's not clever.
Okay, but UB, I love that. That's so clever. It's so cute.
He's just a bee in a mask. I don't think that's very clever. And from our stroll poll of 7 votes, we have the Ornnstars taking game 2. Now that's your guys' opinion. Now we don't know how to do channel points yet. I don't think we can unless we're monetized or something like that. Even though we are sponsored by Freddy's Frozen Custard.
Damn, bro.
Get your Freddy's today.
It's not even a regionally accessible restaurant. Can you believe that?
Well, there's one in Grand Rapids. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yes, Ornnstars winning to second game. Now, I'm gonna take your credit card information if you're wrong. So be ready for that. I'll send you a DM. No, I'm joking, of course. Disclaimer: we are not actually sponsored by Freddy's. We are actually. That's a bit. I got Freddy's today before dinner. But if we were, that'd be cool. That and M&M. You know what? I'm not a fan of M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms are better. Peanuts or plain, Steven? Which one do you think?
Dude, honestly, if anyone says plain, they're tripping. Unless they have a peanut allergy.
I mean, if you have a peanut allergy, you're already a lesser person. Like God has said that you are
Careful, we're gonna
not
get banned here.
peak. We're gonna get banned from what? I'm just saying
We're
you're not
discriminating against people
peak
with
evolution. Okay, by Darwin's theory of evolution, you would already be dead. That's just how it is. Ah.
At least we're not colorblind.
Now tonight, I know what you're thinking. What kind of memes? What kind of back talking? What kind of crap talking are happening between the teams during this Reichenbach Royale? Now, there's been a lot of good memes in chat. All right, we've seen some memes about people peeing while sitting down. We've seen some memes about people only playing one champion. We've seen some furry memes. We've seen some scaly memes. We've seen a lot of fun memes. And here's one meme now. Now this one, it's a classic meme. It's a good meme. It's probably the best meme I've seen in a long time. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is Aspect and Socks in the NASA outfit. Aspect as the far one. And it influences Socks' major Ornn plays. Now, we're not saying Grant can 1v9 as Ornn, but I'm just saying I've seen it happen.
Well, we're not gonna see it tonight because already they
As
don't have it.
the first pick of Ornn. Looks like Socks doesn't get to play Ornn. He wants to play Ornn, he doesn't get to play Ornn. Too bad for him. We see the set pick coming out, we see the Yone coming out again, the Skarner pick coming out again. Kindred. Interesting. They need more damage. Kindred's the way to do it. Tristana would be a good pick for them
right now.
That is true. They do need they're not going to get the... Well, Yone technically does some magic damage with his passive. Now, let's see what they respond with for the bot lane. I think we're going to see the Xayah again, because it worked last time. They don't necessarily have anyone too thick on their team this time, and I think it's a safe pick. I really do. And as far as for supports, if they go Blitzcrank again, I mean, Kindred doesn't really have an answer for that. Tristana, maybe not, because the Tristana does have her own jump. If they go Morgana again, she does have the Black Shield. There's just a lot of things you can't do with those two together like that. And they got 6 seconds here, and let's see who we get.
I will be right back.
Take your time. Take your time. Xayah comes out. The Xayah and Rakan, the lovebirds. For all of you in couples in chat right now, why are you watching Twitch at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night? Go be a couple. Like, come on. The rest of us are alone. That's why we're doing this. Anyways, the Swain pick coming out here. Swain pick for Arachnophobia. It's going to be a good pick. Gets you a lot of range with your eyeballs. Does have the roots, and he can be a damage dealer in his own right. Getting some magic damage for the Ornnstars. Why are we Andy and Razzle, please stop flirting in the chat. I don't know. Like, come on, guys. This is a safe space. So, a lot of damage for the Ornnstars again. Very damage-heavy comp. The Nautilus is a good idea, too. He gets to lay down some lines. However, the invincibility for the Fizz and the invincibility for the Yone are still very big and very needed to be avoided. The Nautilus does provide a lot of thickness for them, though. For the Tristana, who does a lot of damage, a lot of AoE damage, nonetheless. Whoever you are, the Ornn doesn't do well with Tristana. He can't get on top of her very well. She's fast. She does a lot of damage. She has jump. Kindred, same thing. She's fast. She does % health damage with her wolf, and she can Q-dash through walls and such. As she gets a lot of stacks, you literally can be in Guam, and she would hit you from Pakistan. She's a far-ranging champion if that happens. But now we're going to have a 3-minute delay here. We're already about 30 seconds in. And we're just going to, vibe. We're here out with my boys and girls. Hope you all doing great tonight. I hope you're having a wonderful night. I'm looking directly in the camera now. Don't get uneasy. I look like this all the time. I woke up, went to class, and I got dressed in a suit. Earlier today, I wasn't even wearing any pants.
That's
I was
nice.
wearing shorts. I'm wearing white socks with a suit right now. Yeah, my grandmother would be rolling over in her grave. Not for that, for other sins, but still bad. Anyways, what's that timer looking like, Steven, for the transition period
I
here?
don't know.
We
I
got
don't
about
have
a we got about a minute 40. We got about a minute 40 left on the clock here as I make idle small talk. Steven, tell me, what are you thinking about this new Destiny season? Thinking about buying it?
I've played it for 5 minutes. I have no idea.
Give me a pitch. Just give me a pitch.
Funny lever action rifle. NPCs make dumb decisions, and funny plot twists that may or may not happen.
Classic Destiny. Now, if you guys are enjoying this stream and many others, make sure to hit that follow button right there. It's right below. You see the little heart? Just click it. Click it. One little click give some love to my producer, Quigjam here. Give some love to him. All
He's
right.
got a Kickstarter actually. Go
He's
check
doing
it
a lot. Kickstarter. I'd like to shout out the Kickstarter that him and what is his gamer name? I don't know his gamer name, but Chase, our friend Chase, they're working on a Kickstarter called what is it called? Starsect? No.
Afterworld.
Afterworld, a RPG tabletop RPG system. Go ahead and check it out. It's very cool. Go to what is it, Steven?
I'm sure James will put it in the chat. James,
If he doesn't put it in the chat, James, go plug your own merch. But anyways, looks like we're getting in here in about 30 seconds or so. Wait, Razzle, don't unfollow. That's not a good bit. Anyways, we're going to get in here in about 30 or so seconds.
I'm going to go get a new drink. Wow, that 30
There
seconds.
it is. There's that link. Everyone hit that link right now. Even if you're not going to donate, go check it out. It's pretty cool. There's some pretty smart fellas down there doing some smart things. Have fun with it. They're clever guys. And we're going to get in here. I want to see what skins. If I don't see some freaking fluffy or dog fizz, what is it? Dog fizz? Doesn't matter. I want to see some dog fizz. Fliz? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot. But anyways, let's get in here. I think the bot lane is again the lane to watch. Oh, there it is. Fuzz fizz. That's what I've been waiting for. Yeah, baby. That's what I've been waiting for. Anyways, Spirit Blossom, Yon, and Kindred, and the Dragon Trainer Kistana. Ooh, the Star Guardian Zyra Khan. For you lovebirds in chat. We're gonna see some loving in the bot lane. We're gonna see a lot of good stuff. A lot of good things. Good things. I don't know. The skin game is present. I'm gonna put a straw poll in chat here. Who do you think is winning the skin game between the teams? Who's a better skin? Looks like Team Ornn only has a foreskin. Am I right? Yeah, I made that joke. Anyways, here, let me type this straw poll in. And tonight, we are gonna see who's the best of the best. I'm literally only typing Bard Ornn because the game is about to begin. They have loaded in. I'm typing as fast as I can, chat. I promise.
Oh boy, the game is popping off.
You can't see the skins, but you'll see them when they're in game. Just wait a second. And we are loading. As soon as the Riot client lets this play, it looks like Bard ADCs are loaded in. The Ornnstars are loaded in. Spirit Blossom, Yon, Spirit Blossom, Kindred, Dragon Trainer, Tristana, and I think it's Mecha King set. Then we have, what's it called? The Star Spangled freaking Skarner, and then Star Guardian Rakan, Star Guardian Xayah, Fuzz Fizz, the Puppy Fizz, the Dog Fizz, ooh, the Early Ward, the Arachnophobia looking to get his hooks in before dinner.
I'm gonna be rude with you, Tim. I have not been paying attention. Did you comment on the Rakan Xayah synergy?
I did. They do a lot of damage together. They do some really good healing out of the Rakan. They have cute voice lines. I don't know if we can hear the voice lines, but they have them. And I do enjoy them.
Do you?
I do. I like the way they flirt. Reminds me that I am alone.
Yeah, I was about to say, I kind of get jealous.
Yeah, me too. Remember when you're jealous of an animate character? Or an animated character?
Dude, it's all about... Dude, every time I watch anime.
What anime we watching tonight, Steven?
I don't know. I haven't actually watched it. I plan on watching the new Dota anime that's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
That jobless reincarnation. I gotta watch that.
Hey, for those of you that haven't seen Rent a Girlfriend, check it out.
Dude, my man. Dude, you want to talk about etchy trash while the league game goes on?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
Monster Masumi is underrated. Okay, go and watch it with some boys. The boys have a nice Friday night. They're not playing League. Get some.
All right, put his back, Jit. I think we're back.
Some heavy hits coming out of the Tristana. Ooh, the big hook out of Nautilus.
Gonna come out with the ignite. It's not gonna be that heal might not be enough, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, it's enough. He survives for now.
Ooh, the big damage coming out of the Ornn. Big trade between Sox and Servo.
Can we cut back to bot lane? Okay, just checking on him, but you know, you never know.
He's not looking good. He does expend potions to stay in the lane.
That's the top lane.
The top lane. You do love
so
it.
sweet.
I've never seen Sox play set in my entire life, and I'm excited to see it.
Look at that.
I don't like that champion.
They're mutually taking down their own.
The W. The true damage out of the W. The Ornn's greatest fear.
I'd love to see a double KO out of top lane just because it's that insane.
Looks the regeneration on that he just is standing on the pillars. The big damage coming out of the Nautilus and the proc on the bombs are huge for the Tristana Nautilus. Very, very scary for Team Bard ADC. Not getting some free money. Ooh, gets hit with that Nautilus. Arachnophobia is not. Tristana coming up. He procs it. The flash coming out of Chris to get away. Ooh, backward suits forced the flash 2 on his way to save him.
Oh, first blood could be an.
There's a lot of damage. There's a lot of damage coming out here. There's a lot of damage. Does look like that regen of the set is very, very annoying to the Ornn in the top lane.
How long do you think we're gonna go without a kill this game?
7 minutes.
I'm gonna be honest, Tim.
I think Skarner's gonna come up here. I think Skarner's gonna come up here and just kill Set. He's coming in. He's angry. He's coming. I can see it on the mini map, and he got seen. Wards, baby, the currency of itself. Arachnophobia is he's pissed. Look at him. He wants to hook so bad.
Out for blood.
He's landed so many hooks so far. Look at him. He wants blood so bad.
Oh,
he got caught on the corner minion. Taking a lot of damage for it. Tristana does knock down her bomb on it. Gonna do some good damage to both sides here. However, they kind of lose that trade off the miss hook on the minion. Good trades coming out of the top lane. Sox tank a lot. Ooh, and first blood goes to the Kindred with the Q dash in. Lot of damage. No, we saw it.
The camera was it didn't stay very long.
It just goes to the action is. Don't question the riot climate. The proc coming off the Tristana. Tristana kind of caught in the corner here. Ignited, and she's gone by Rakan. Another fight here between the Skarner and the Kindred. Kindred forcing him off. Yone looking to go help. Comes back to the lane as he sees Skarner is gone.
Now, if
that was the dirty. He does. The Kindred is a very strong champion. She does a lot of damage. Late game, she is an infinite scaling champion. She's very strong.
I think that the junglers have a bit of beef. I mean, they're going at it. They're attacking each other whenever they see him. You know.
That's true. Chris went to go get his gank. He was forced away off of Vision. Kindred went to get hers. She was able to pick it up. It was pretty not fun for the Ornn. However, Ornn is Ornn. He does do a lot of damage when he gets his items. He gets a lot of damage. He dies to the Krugs. The mean Krugs. The ping coming
You
from
know,
the ping.
I'm gonna give them the benefit out. I'm gonna say,
And with that, they are able to freely secure the first air dragon.
I'm gonna say that was a tactical recall, but yeah, that dragon got secured.
That
because
dragon is secured now. The W coming out of socks. Does some heavy damage on that Ornn. Josh playing it in the mid lane. Putting some good damage in on the Fizz. Fizz using E to escape. Trying not to lose all of his health bar. Socks is really just... He knows that champion. He has played Ornn a lot. You saw the meme yourself, folks. He's played Ornn a lot. He knows how Ornn plays. He knows what Ornn does well. He knows what Ornn doesn't do well. And that kind of... Even though we haven't seen him play set a lot, that's why I think he's doing so well on the set against the Ornn. He understands the weaknesses of Ornn, and he understands what it can and can't do, which I think is really helping him out here. Clearing some wards from the Blackward Shoe. Josh going in for some more damage. You get away. He's flexing in the bush. Look at him. Look at him BMing in the bush. He's going in with the Q. The unstoppable. The Q's being laid down. The W coming out. Lots of damage on the Ornn. God, that's such a funny champion. For all you set mains out there, please play a different champion. I don't like that champion. I'm a fellow top laner. He's not my favorite champion.
You know, I started playing a lot of top recently. I gotta say, I like Kale.
Kale's cool. Kale does a lot of damage. I do like Kale. I just don't like Kale because she's so squishy and I'm not good enough.
But
Get some knock-up damage here.
Team bot lane have a bit of a bout.
Bit of a poke. Ooh, the Tristana was rooted, but then Hot Rocket jumped away? Okay.
Dude, it's Tristana. I think, how many times has he died so far? Once? That's going to be
Once.
the only time he dies.
He's fine. He's doing great. There is a bit of a gold gap or CS gap down here in the bot lane with Xayah or Aspect having 54 CS. And Tristana falling a little bit behind with the 39 and being forced to back here. The root coming out on the Nautilus the first, and the kill goes to Aspect. The root with the knocked up of the Xayah and Rakan is just brutal. There's a lot of CC time where you're just not able to do anything, especially when you're a close fighting champ like Nautilus. Some damage coming out of the set. The Tristana jumps again. The Xayah looking to get a free Q off. The knockup, they ignite from the Rakan, and they're able to get another kill
everything
for
I
the
said
bot
about him
lane.
only dying once this game.
The bot lane gap is getting deeper and deeper, and they need to fix that with either some jungle pressure or some mid pressure.
Looks like they're trying to fight over.
Looks like
the
we're getting a
Shelly.
Rift Herald here as the Skarner is looking to see if he can steal it. Fizz being pushed back, losing priority in the mid lane, while bot lane is pushing ahead as fast as they can before the bot lane comes back. They know that they're fighting at Rift Herald. They know that bot lane needs to come from the bot lane. The Ornn ulti does come out down here. The set ulti comes down. The Ornn is stuck all alone, nowhere to go. And the double kill coming off of the Kindred is huge. Physical getting out of there, knowing that he has nothing else to do.
And the instant
it was
Rift
an.
Herald.
I think he was trying to put a ward down.
Going for a quick word, but
Yeah.
funny stuff.
Funny bit, and that might be the first.
It's honestly a good play though, because top lane's not there. He's dead.
That is true.
Yeah, although
accidental
Ornn's
fault. Big damage. Being stops the execute with the Xayah, or with the Kindred ulti. He does have red buff. He might win this with red buff, and the red buff burns him down, and he's unable to get enough damage. Looking really, really nice here for the Ornnstars. I will not lie to you. A foreigner Kindred. The set is very big. I think the saving grace for the Bard ADCs is they have to play around their bot lane.
What's their name? The Bard ADCs. Yeah, they are definitely in shambles right now.
They're losing it in a lot of spots. They need to pull together and really focus on their bot lane. The mid CS gap is getting there. That death on the Fizz really hurting their Fizz, the mid lane gameplay. He's now down in CS. He's down in XP. He's down in money, and he needs to get it back. Rakan clearing wards. Tristana coming back in lane. The root comes off the Xayah again. The Xayah root on the Nautilus. He's just having no fun. Kindred clearing bot side jungle. We might see a gank here as the lane is pushing in. Rakan looking to set up on drag here. I don't know if I do this fight. I don't know where Yon is. I don't know where Kindred is. Now they know where Kindred is. They didn't before.
Well, you know where Kindred is.
Well, I'm talking about as far as from Bard ADC's perspective.
Yes.
Looks like Kindred is going Gale Force, a very good rundown item for Kindred. able to really keep anyone dead, or not dead, but I guess in her sights while she's trying to get a kill here. The Kindred does come out. Looks like we are going to get the root, the knockup. She cues out of the knockup. She flashes. The Skarner flashes to compensate. The pull, the child stolen in the sleep. The Yone 3-man ulti. The Xayah ultimate comes down. The pull, the push through. And a double kill goes for the Bard ADCs. Tristana hops over wall. And it looks like the Bard ADCs come out on top of that. That was...
Tim, you just went off, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, another kill from the Xayah. And... the Tristana is down,
and Ornn
as
is gonna go
Sox is able to pick up a kill on Ornn.
Maybe.
However,
no.
the Xayah is too big. He wants it so bad. He wants his champion back. Get off of his champion.
I gotta say, this is a very exciting game already.
This is a fiesta. That's what we like to call it, a fiesta. As the dragon goes to the Bard ADCs. I gotta say, this bot lane Xayah Rakan looking flawless, doing everything right, keeping their spacing. John or Aspect with these roots are doing a phenomenal job. Rakan with the knockups. He forced a couple of ooh, looks like they're gonna get a kill here on Kindred. Kindred's able to Q over the wall and get away. As we sort of reset here. But the bot lane for the Bard ADCs, they're doing everything right. Top lane's a little rough for them right now. Their top lane, the set he hard counters him. He built Bork, and now the Ornn cannot sustainably stay in lane with Set, with that passive, with his autos, doing % health damage. It's just really hard for that Ornn to be in that lane with Set. How that translates in the team fights later, I don't really know. I think the Set kind of has... The thing is, the Set's both their front line and their big damage dealer because he's the most ahead. So it's... Does he rush in and try to kill the Xayah as fast as he can? Does he stay and let the Tristana do some damage? Although the Tristana's a little bit behind right now. That CS gap is growing bigger and bigger with every moment here.
Yeah, Kindred really needs to make sure that they take advantage of his lead against the enemy jungler, because right now, just when I thought blue team was out, they pulled themselves back and they're getting better gold distribution while Kindred really hoarding most of the loot on the red side.
That Kindred gold, though, it's very big for him. It does do a lot of damage. What that Tristana can't do, the Kindred can. And we can't ignore the Yone here as well. The Yone, if he does what he did last time, goes for the backline kills, and the Set is able to kill everyone else, maybe that's the answer to the Ornns. We don't know yet. We'll see it in team fights later. But as of right now, it's a little rough. Looks like there might get a little bit of a fight here as Fizz comes down on the Gromp. He's looking for blood. The dog wants his biscuit, and he pulls out. No biscuit for you, dog. Go back to lane. Set, and ooh, looks like we might get a kill here on Chris as the Yone goes in. The Kindred E comes out. It's gonna get the slow. He's pulling the child into his basket. The stun, the Yone ulti, and the kill. The Fizz looking to try to get this kill. The Ornn ulti comes out, knocks the double knockup, huge. The E, the ultimate coming out for Kindred. Fizz with nowhere to go, tries to get the E off. The Kindred shuts him down, and the Yone. Oh, the Ornn goes into the 3-man. Oh, the Yone's in it. He wants to kill the Kindred so bad, and he gets it, but not without dying.
Damn, I gotta say, lots of plays here. You say that Kindred, was it who got stolen there? Was it the...
He killed Kindred, but Chris stole the Kindred in the night.
Yeah, Chris stole the Kindred. I like to consider that bait. I like to say Kindred's a fisherman.
He's he steals them like children. He's a little child.
Are children easy to steal?
Ooh, the ulti coming out from Xayah looking to get here. The ulti coming out of Nautilus to try to save him. The knockup coming from Rakan as the heal comes out. And the kill still goes to Aspect. Chris running away for his life, trying not... And he's barely able to get away thanks to his passive of those rocks. Remember when we took Skarner's people and made him a DDR boar for what's her name?
Seraphine?
Seraphine. That was funny.
Are you sure? I mean, there's even a voice line about it in game. It's extremely creepy. But according to the wiki, it says that the Bracken actually don't care.
I guess
they said that
the gold lead goes the CS lead on the Xayah goes to 40 over this Tristana. It's a hard lane for this Tristana now. They're starting to invade the jungle now on the bot side because that tower is no longer theirs, as the Ornnstars push with Grant on the set against the Ornn. He has Rift Herald. He has Bork. He's a big man. The ulti coming out from the Fizz as he gets a kill on the Tristana as he tries to flee for his life. And he's just not able to get to that blast cone fast enough before that Yone ulti comes out.
I think that's the second time today that Gavin has missed a blast cone while standing on top of it.
I mean, no, he got Yone ultied, so it's like, what is he gonna do? As Grant lanks some heavy damage on this Ornn. The Ornn is a sad man.
Oh, it's
he
a
wants his
bloodbath.
champion back so bad. Don't play my champion, Grant is saying to himself right now.
Honestly, it's still we're seeing a lot of blood from
The top side for the Ornnstars,
it's anybody's
the
game
top and
still.
jungle side for the Ornnstars are doing a phenomenal job. The bot side for the Bard ADCs are doing insanely well. It's like we're watching two different games, to be honest. There's a whole different game with the top and the jungle, and then there's a whole different game for the bot side. Looks like they're four-manning the bot here, trying to get this kill on Xayah. They don't see the Skarner in the bush. The Skarner looking to get something. The TP
5
coming
people
in
coming in.
from
Here we
the
go.
set. Set is hungry for blood. He wants the Xayah. He wants his brother very badly. That 400 gold bounty. He wants it very, very badly. Looks like they're getting ready to do Dragon here as we set some wards up. Nautilus scans, looking for stuff. Kind of blind.
Here comes the Rakan.
There comes the Rakan. The free Rakan jump over to get the knockback.
Honestly.
No, he's just going to W knockback. Ooh, the blast coming over the wall. They ignite. Heal from the ultimate as red team takes the Ocean Drag.
Not sure what Rakan was looking to do there.
I think if the red team gets, I think Ocean Drag is very, again, Ocean Soul for both teams will very much make or break this game. I think Ocean Soul for the Ornnstars makes Set a very, very mean opponent, as well as with Nautilus CC. It gets very hard for the Bard ADCs, even though they have those instability, those get out of jail free cards like the Fizz E, the Xayah ulti, the Rakan ulti charm. I think it's still very hard just because they'll be so thick and they'll be such a bruiser. However, the Ocean Soul on the Bard ADCs, you get the fat Ornn again, you get the fat Skarner. Rakan becomes really annoying because he keeps knocking you up, he keeps healing his teammates, he keeps ulting you. The Xayah ulti does come out as he's able to save himself. I don't think Yone ulted there. But yeah, the gold lead is sort of settling. Gold is actually favoring the Ornnstars right now. Fizz capturing some Skarner points as they are going to clear some wards here. They need the control over their jungle again. Skarner getting some hits on the Kindred and then getting out of there as fast as he can. Looking like the Set is pushing the top lane, and we might get a fight here in the top side jungle as the Xayah and the Fizz come up. John is feeling very big, gets rooked and hooted.
Possible
rooted.
shutdown gold on John.
The Q from the Kindred getting a lot of damage down. The Kindred ulti does come down. There's 4 people standing near Kindred ulti, and none of them are our teammates.
Oh, he's
as he is
still alive.
unfortunately left out to dry.
I'm not gonna lie, I really thought that was the end of John's kill streak, but that
I did too. He got rooted, he got hooked, and the Tristana and the Tristana didn't have enough damage, and the Yone just wasn't there. Yone going a bit more damage oriented with the Hydra. Oh, an Aspect is absolutely just taking bodies. He wants kills. He's very big. He feels big. And this time he still went shield bow, and the collector is already built at 20 minutes. Not looking good for the Ornnstars, as the gold lead now shifts to the Bard ADCs. What do you think needs to happen here, Steven? How do the Ornnstars look?
Dude,
come
honestly,
back from this?
I'm a little motion sick from the director camera right now. But trying to gain my bearings here, I really think if Red wants to bring this back, they gotta make a Baron steal here. Is a really early game Baron they can really punish here if Yone gets an ult off, but they're not positioned for it. They might not even know it's happening, honestly.
No, they don't have enough vision there.
Completely out of place. I really think it's over. Like, I'm gonna call it now. I really think Blue Team's gonna bring it home. Hold on.
The
Let's see what
knockup,
happens
a
here,
lot
though.
of damage coming down.
Yeah, nothing gonna happen.
Really,
with
they didn't have vision on it. To be fair, it's very early, like you said, for them to have vision on it. Chris is in it. He's taking a lot of damage. The W coming out of Set to do the true damage. Rakan on the way out. Set throws into. Set is all alone. Yone is in there, but he's about to be pulled back. And they actually come out with a kill on that one, on the physical and general stuff.
I gotta say, I really think JT's looking at an S+ game right now. If he can keep this no-death game up, I will be extremely impressed. He's got the CS lead. He's got the 700 gold bounty. He's
some major
already
things,
got...
I think major items he needs in Executioners.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the two most fed players in the game.
He has one right now.
Now he does. He didn't have it 2 seconds ago. But anyways, the set and the Kindred, they both heal and they do a lot of damage. If he's able to stop them from doing that, everyone else is really okay except for the Yone. He just, again, there's a lot of moving parts Aspect has to pay attention to. While Ornnstars, the set engage is really good with the damage he has on it. The Kindred is good with her ulti. It's just a matter of, is Nautilus there? Is Tristana there? Are they team fighting? Or
I really think Tristana's just got a hard farm right now. She's not looking good. They got no Mythic yet. They are
the CS lead is very...
The CS lead is
very bad. Physical is really falling behind on CS here too, with only 85 as the mid laner here. He needs to get money, get back in this game a little bit more. It's not that he's not doing damage, it's just that he needs more money to get more items, so maybe he can get a Zonias soon, so he doesn't get deleted by the Yone ulti or even a set throw or W. Because he does have the invincibility thing, but he also needs a little bit more. Looks like he's looking to get some picks here. Looks like they're looking to fight at Dragon here, as Dragon's coming up here in about 15 seconds. Again, it's the Ocean Soul.
Try to 1v9 goes in.
Yone gets his E.
He's gonna leave. He's gonna say, nope, you know what? I'm not gonna 1v1 right now. It's not worth it.
It's just not. He doesn't want the damn. He doesn't want the kills.
Now here comes another Dragon. We're gonna see what happens here. I really don't think anyone's gonna steal here because
I don't think they can really do a lot. Xayah ulti is up. Fizz ulti's up.
Kindred
they have a lot of ultis that are up. The Fizz ulti does come out. He wants to kill on the. He gets a lot of damage on that. He forces the ulti to come out of Kindred. That's huge for the Bard ADCs. The Ornn ulti does come in. It looks like they're gonna fight here. The Yone does ulti as John tries to get away with his ulti. Gets the root off. Yone is pulled back. He gets some autos here, getting some kills. And it looks like
I think the tables are turning.
He's autoing as fast as he can. The Yone is trying to get as much damage. The Lifeline Bow does come out. Nerf Raptors is on the outside. First to engage, last to die, as General Stoff is trying to run him down. Trying to steal this child in the nighttime and just kills him instead.
Yeah, I really thought Red had the fighting chance there, and I was oh so wrong. Look at him swooping for that recall. How
they love each other. Isn't that cute?
God. Oh, such a stylish comp we have on the blue side here.
The big thing that came out there was Yone did what he was supposed to do, is trying to kill John as fast as he could. The John ulti came out and then he just started healing. The big thing that started that team fight, making Kindred ult. Gavin really did well for that in that team fight. The damage he put on Kindred, he didn't kill her, but making that ulti came out made them feel so confident. Okay, we win this team fight no matter what, because they have no way of preventing us from just deleting them with Xayah ulti and root and so on and so forth.
Was Baron taken? I wasn't even looking. Yeah, okay,
Baron was taken.
I'm sorry, I was taken around. I was like, what's going on here? All right, Yone trying to get some chip damage.
Yone trying to get some damage down as fast as he can. He builds Sterix. That's interesting. I haven't seen Sterix built on him in a while.
Honestly,
he's trying not to get popped down by the Xayah pullback and the Fizz damage of fun.
I really feel like Set and Yone can take their team into a clutch, but they got to be really careful here.
It's gonna have to be on Set, Yone, and Kindred. Kindred is not. She's getting caught out like she's getting right here. She's getting caught out. She's taking a lot of damage. She's ulting early. She needs to be a little bit smarter on how she's doing that. Tristana ulti. Tristana W comes out. Kindred's trying to escape with her life. She's able to get some damage on, but John flash Qs her, and is able to get the kill.
Really unfortunate for Red team. We've got an 0-8 Tristana. This Kindred's falling off heavy.
Kindred's falling. She's just getting caught out. She's getting in mispositioning, and she's taking way too much damage. But you see, she was in a bad position, but she did a lot of damage to Ornn. She did a lot of damage to General Stuff. Knockup coming out of here from Nathan. The W coming from Grant. Huge. The throw. The double kill.
Oh, and blue team's still coming out on top.
And blue it's just not enough.
Fizz
wants it. Oh, and the double kill coming out of... Aspect is looking a little cracked, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say. He's kind of grinding them up and spitting them out.
I'm really hoping for an inhib here, honestly. I really think it would be such a flex if they finished the game.
Looks like he's upgrading Aspect's item. Yep, he upgrades Aspect's life bow, giving him a little bit more stats and just making his snowball a bigger ball.
They go for an evac here. They're not going to get away, but Kindred
Looks
might
like
be
he
getting
might
a little
get
too
away. Oh,
close here.
Gavin wants kills. And the ulti comes out from Kindred again. Here comes the man looking to lay some heavy damage down. Get some heavy damage down. The Hydra is doing its work. W's over the Fizz. Gets ulted anyways. Autos.
Oh my god. Well, honestly, if Fizz had any more mana, it would have been over, but he was out, fresh out of fuel,
He
out of
simply out-autoed him.
the
simply
XD
auto
coming
better.
out from Fizz, he knew what he bargained for there. Honestly, that's why, guys, just go for the walk of shame. Just walk back to your base. Don't sit where the jungle can just walk and be like, oh,
John is looking absolutely huge. The rapid fire cannon with collector is mean. It does a lot of damage. It gets the executes. It confirms the rundown kills as they look to get a second Baron here as Nautilus looking for that hook. Never mind, he can't hook through walls, so I'm lying to you, chat. Tristana, look for W. Nope. General Stoff gets
no
the
shot
drag.
for Baron.
John wants kills. Not John, that's Nathan. Sorry, they look exactly the same.
Hey, are you the Vestians don't all look the same, Tim? You gotta be careful here.
They're bird people. They're fictional bird people. Look at the love those two share.
It's such a perfect comp. Kindred looking to do Dragon, and looks like they're gonna get it. Maybe. In 28 seconds, they're camping it hard.
Hell, did you see that damage coming out of John with an auto?
Yeah, I'm looking at the map. I'm set up for Dragon, not even realizing that mid lane is getting.
They want to set up for Dragon, and the Bard ADCs just want to end the game. So they might get collapsed here on the side here, but I honestly think they're going to be A-okay. The Nautilus ulti does come out, able to get away.
Bit of a
Ornn
waste,
coming from the bot side, going on as fast as he can, trying to get his tank up in there as General Stoff is pushing the top side, clearing camps up there, trying to push another lane. As it looks like, okay, they said fine, I'll take the Baron, I'll take the Dragon anyways. The backward shoot is just buying time for the Dragon to be done.
At this point, he knows he can't die.
The Ornn ulti does come out, going in on the Kindred, hits the Nautilus instead with Kindred Q out of there. Able to get the knockup, the charm, the Qs, the ulti, the knockup, the ignite. She's running. The fighting under tower. John taking a lot of damage. Lots and lots of damage coming out on that side for the Bard ADCs. I think that is very... Oh, he drags the child out from under the turret. Ultis traded for ultis. They're fighting. They're feuding. He decides to run away. He bailed.
Honestly, I think he could have had that. I think he could have had it.
I think when he has Ocean Soul in about 4 minutes, he's gonna have it.
Do you see your grade on custom games? I really hope John gets an S+ here. He deserves it.
He's doing an absolute phenomenal job on the Xayah tonight. He's getting the pokes. He's keeping his range. He's ulting at the right spots, getting a big roots, big damage being done with his collector. Just really overall good job.
Oh,
Bit of a bot diff. Gavin getting caught out, just absolutely. Grant is also doing a wonderful job. He's just not enough.
He does not have Hourglass.
Tristana doing a lot of damage, but honestly, what is she going to do at this point? The Ornn is just too big. The Own coming out, doing a lot of damage to Aspect, flashes for it, gets rooted, and is dead again. The Kindred just gets two-tapped by the
just end
Xayah, and it looks like this game is coming to an end. The BMing of Nathan. Ornn getting a lot of attacks here, gets the demolish bot. Big damage coming out on the set. The W comes out of the set. The Ornn ulti coming in just for funsies as we get our second inhibitor. John is just look at him. Look at that BMer. Get out of here.
Inflate his KD ratio.
And it looks like game 2 is going to go to the Bard ADCs.
Well, hold on. Set's gonna walk up here. Just kidding. That's not gonna do anything. Oh wait.
What a game. What a game.
Is something gonna happen here? We don't know. No, he's indestructible. He's gone crazy.
He can't. Big Xayah.
I was really hoping they'd try to get that shutdown.
0 and 15. Now we're gonna take about a 5-minute break here. We're gonna be back with Aspect and the John Servo.
I just realized in Discord
we're gonna talk to them about their game, how it went well for them, how it didn't go well for them, and get to you some questions and let you know how this game goes. We'll be right back after this short break. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. And we're back with the Reichenbach Royale. We're here with the winning team, the ADC Bards. Here I have Aspect, the bot laner from the first two games, and then I have John Servo, the top laner. Servo, tell me about that first game, that Ornn first pick, that Ornn counter pick, that whatever you want to call it. Describe to me what your team was thinking about for during pick phase in that first game.
The idea with Ornn is pretty much just a CC bot. It especially helps late game with the late game items. I know Grant likes to play Ornn a lot, so it was kind of a pick away from him, expecting him to be the top lane at first. But it appears that I did go against Montana in the first game. Pretty much with Ornn is I played him a decent amount, so I kind of knew what I was doing with the fight. But it definitely felt it was somewhat of a comfort pick. I admit that.
No, you guys did a great job. Now that first game was looking a little rough for you guys. The first 20 minutes or so. When do you think was really like the biggest turnaround point as far as for when you guys started snowballing towards the end there on the first game, trying to coming back from the depths, getting that Ocean Soul, and then winning the game after that?
I think really is just getting picks. A lot of it felt like we got a pick and then we just took drag right off it. Even during team fights, it felt like I think the only time I died that first match was when they tower dove me. But after I started getting items and we started getting items to our ADC and mid lane, it felt like we were popping them a lot faster.
Yeah, and exactly. We noticed too that the Yone and the Nidalee they had a lot of rush to the back line, trying to kill Aspect, trying to kill Physical as best as they could. But the thickness between you, the Skarner, the Blitzcrank who built tank items, it was just a lot of thickness to get there to the back line. Now with game 2, we're gonna get here to Sharp Steven interviewing Aspect or JT, the Reichenbach.
John, let me tell you. Excellent performance, or might I say expected performance.
Well, thank you.
And so honestly, what was kind of like the strategy in pick phase when you guys were like, okay, we're doing Rakan Zaya? Like, were you guys just thinking like, okay, we're gonna do it, we're gonna pick the two characters, or?
Yeah, so we swapped out our support between the games. We went back to backwards shoe Nathan, and when we got down to picking bot lane, we were asking what ADC do we want. And I said I'm pretty confident with the Zaya here. We were thinking about maybe Kaisa, but I was still worried about the Kindred and Yone, as Kaisa is a much shorter ranged ADC. And when we asked Nathan what supports he was good at, he said he could do Rakan with the Zaya, and obviously those two champions were made to work well together. So we picked those, and it worked great. Nathan was a great support. We got big in bot lane.
Now, I gotta say, your team did in not that well job at peeling for you game 1, and even during game 2, people really trying to get you. How hard were you sweating on those like fifth quarter HP near misses?
It gets pretty sweaty, especially with Kindred and Yone, who have their execute abilities. But that's why I build a Immortal Shield bow, so those heavy burst champions can't bring you down as quickly. You get the big shield at about 30% health and extra lifesteal, so helps you live longer. And I don't think I died that match, so I think it worked pretty well.
Awesome. Were you expecting to go for the no death game? Did you start trying hard to be,
No.
guys, I'm not dying this game, or are you just gonna go all in? Because you didn't have
No,
DA, you didn't have anything defensive except for that shield bow.
Yeah, no, I mean, what was it? I got to like 6-0, and by that point, it was about 20 minutes in. It was like, yeah, this is it felt pretty closed, but we weren't sure quite yet. But I just kept going in. I had several great frontliners who were able to defend me a lot better in the second game. So, I mean, getting kills off of Collector definitely helped the build get up a bit faster. And there came a point where, with my ulti, there wasn't really a high chance of me going down.
Nice. All right, good game, everyone.
Now let me ask this quick last question here. Now during that second game, I said it in chat, Servo. I even said it's like watching two different games. What was happening in the top lane or the top side of the game? What was happening in the bot side of the game was two different things. You had the Zaya and the Rakan kind of wrecking it in the bot lane. The top lane was a little rougher. You were getting bullied by the what's it called, Bork of the set. You're getting bullied a little bit by the repeat ganks of the jungler for the Ornnstars. What was sort of the moment where you guys said, okay, we got to come together as a team because our team fight's a lot stronger. We can't let this fall apart?
I just said I was just hiding under turret until I teleport to dragon. That's all I said. I farm until I get you items.
I mean, it worked. You guys did really well that game. So, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, that is all we have for you tonight. Join us next time where Team Seth takes on Team Logan for the next round of the Reichenbach Royale. We'll see you next time. Stay classy. Wink.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I'm reaching out, cause I cannot fight this feeling anymore. Feels like I've been blown away. I'm pushing out, we're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown away, and I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. These words won't get through to me when I'm not listening. These words are no use, no telling me, is this worth listening? And I won't do it again. I'm reaching out, cause I cannot fight this feeling anymore. Feels like I've been blown away. I'm pushing out, we're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown